did you see with Boris Johnson and Biden, was the UK Prime Minister and Biden when he visited here, were on camera sitting 6 feet apart, right? They're sitting 6 feet apart with masks on. And then they did a photo op together with their arms around each other with no masks right after.
Yeah, well, I didn't, funnily enough, I didn't actually see what you're talking about, but I have watched countless videos of, you know, leaders in different governments or people that, you know, run health departments and whatnot, do a speech in front of a podium with their mask on, immediately walk off, think that they're out of sight, take the mask off immediately. So it's like, I'm not surprised. I mean, also Boris Johnson. It's I think it's really tragic that people. Well, I was going to say I think it's tragic that people thought that he was going to be a Donald Trump-esque figure, and in fact, he turned out to be this
disheveled
exactly
woman. You know, like his like. I think it's his girlfriend. Like she kind of like runs the relationship. She wears the pants. The girl in his relationship, if you watch them, she kind of tells him what to do.
Really?
He's like
that
a beta.
Doesn't shock me.
He's actually kind of beta when it comes to that.
That does not shock me. It's, I mean, you know, I think though, Britain has not had a really strong leader. People can disagree with me on this. Britain has not had a really, really super strong leader besides maybe Margaret Thatcher. You know, obviously there are people before her, but Maggie Thatcher was kind of it. And then it was just a slow decline after that. Who was better than her? The Iron Lady. Tell me.
Well, you know, I will say this, and I want to bring this up with women leadership. You know, Iceland was just almost had a female-dominated parliament. I think they were going to be the first country, I might be wrong, to have a fully dominated female parliament. And what I think is weird about that is, and I'm not coming out with like the, oh, women are bad thing for a second, but the like, if you really believed in feminism, why would you care about that?
Having women in positions of power?
Having a you know, oh my gosh, Iceland almost had the first dominant female parliament. Okay, so you say women are equal. Like, this is what I don't like about that movement. I won't say this with looking at this. Is, do you notice this too? This is actually kind of strange. There are a lot of bad males, like, but they tend to be beta. And this is what I see in politics, is that there's a lot of beta males, like Dan Andrews, and I would even say Boris is falling a bit into that category.
Bit into that category? I think he's well in there. I think he's probably leading the charge at this stage.
Okay, then I'll concede. But I just want to say, Prince, I think his name's Prince Andrew, right?
Are we talking about the one that, that did not participate in assaulting
I don't know which. No, who's the one? Who's the one that's the popular one that gets pegged?
Oh, Prince Harry.
Prince Harry. Thank you. So
Prince Andrew was the one who did not participate.
Harry's the one that gets pegged in his Harry.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
There's many bizarre people in the monarchy.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that a lot of people I see in the dominant political world are very recessive men. And I don't mean like, oh, because it's like, oh, a lot of like Chad dudes confuse what it means to be beta. Because they're like, oh, like I know a lot of dudes who sit behind a keyboard working a job they hate in a marriage that they loathe going, you're a little bitch because you talk more feminine than I do. It's like, cool, well, you don't do shit with your life. Have fun actually fighting the feds and doing something real. You're all talk, buddy. You're a balloon blown up with hot air. There are a lot of people out there, like even if you look at World War II, a lot of those guys who stormed Normandy were really thin, small guys. Being a masculine guy is one thing. Being a guy who actually has the balls to go do something for the world is another thing. And so when I say the guys are betas, a lot of these guys are very masculine men. They're cool. They give the perception of being dudes that can play ball and play game. But a lot of the modern Western political hemisphere is built off of very masculine-leaning, strong women with the butch haircuts and the pantsuits and proving themselves like Angela Merkel and Clinton, etc. And then also a lot of these weak men who are like, I concede my time. And I just find the West is being run by weak men and masculine, bold women